meeting after he closes the meeting, is what it says.
You are in the meeting. Yeah, you're right. Added to the waiting room. You cannot talk or listen.
Okay.
The host admits you to the meeting.
Everybody please find a seat, plenty up front.
You are muted. You can mute or unmute yourself by pressing *6.
As the chief of the Monacan tribe, my major job when we have these gatherings is to run a orderly and conducted meeting. I can at any time end this meeting, and if I end it, we need to clear this quorum in 15 minutes. So there won't be any other meetings left behind.
Do you have a microphone?
Not comments right now.
That's a question of privilege that I actually didn't raise. So if someone in the room, according to Robert's Rules of Order, states a question of privilege that affects the entire assembly, you must address them and try to rectify the situation.
Okay, well, thank you for your comments.
Teresa's working on the
Now,
mic.
we're gonna go on. I'm gonna call the roll call of the elected Monacan Tribal Council.
The removed council.
Bertha. Here. Daniel Branham. Here. Dean Branham. Here. Eric Branham. Here. John Sparks. Here. Teresa Pollock.
Here.
Timmy Branham. Here. Okay, we have, all the council people are present and accounted for.
Did you call the meeting to order?
Was anybody in here like to, Matt, would you lead us in a moment of silence? We had a tribal member that passed away this past week, Ray Branham. His father's on the council here, and we need to respect him with a minute of silence. But Matt, I would like for you to get up and lead us in a prayer afterwards. Okay. Thank you, Matt.
Mute everybody.
We have passed 3 resolutions by the council, and those are pertaining to the election just coming up. So we will post them on our website. So if anybody have a problem with that, we will come back with that at a later date. We also looked at the election codes. They will be also posted, so anybody that wants to be nominated, we are going to have a period where you or somebody can nominate you to run for these positions: the chief, assistant chief, 3 tribal council members. The rules that you have to follow by is there. You do have to be on the tribal rolls. If you've been removed for any reason whatsoever, you're not eligible to vote or run for office. That is treason against the Monacan tribe. And we as a sovereign nation here, this is your elected council. There are other groups that say they have their tribal council. That's fine, they can say whatever they want to, but we are the recognized government of the Monacan Indian Nation. Oh, yes.
I have a question. Isn't it still in progress right now that they're deciding? There has been no final decision yet
On what?
on who the rightful
Well,
people are.
check the website that the Indian, that the
Well, I've
Bureau of
already
Indian
checked.
Affairs,
We're
they
not
list me as the
calling
chief and this is our council.
Who would I
And,
call at the, BIA if I wanna find this information out?
ma'am, you just look up Indian Health Service, in Bureau of Indian Affairs, you ought to be able to get that information there, okay? But, go to their website, they will say that I am the chief, and I am recognized until we have an election, and folks, I've been the chief for over 20 years.
Did that disqualify you?
Hey,
To run
lady, I was qualified, back 20 years ago. when
Well, I
ran
was in
first
the
time.
tribe 20 years
And
ago.
you weren't even in the tribe.
Yes, I was.
Let's go. Okay, we're not gonna argue about whether I was qualified. That's who everybody in the Bureau of Indian Affairs, Indian Health
I'm
Service.
just inquiring into information,
Well-
so you don't have to be around.
Okay, this is what I was hoping about.
Keep it calm.
Yeah, come and talk to me after the meeting, I'll answer any questions. Hold up. We're gonna have a period where if you wanna run for these offices, you know, come, call, and we'll give you the papers, because there is paperwork that you can fill out. And, election committee will check it, make sure you are on the tribal rolls, that you're in good standing with the tribe. And if that's the case, you will be put on the ballot.
Peter.
The Bureau of Indian
Peter.
Affairs will observe
Y'all go
our
all.
election on election day, so it'll be, no questions what's going on. And, anybody and everybody that's on our tribal rolls, that's a requirement, you gotta be there. And some of you are in here that are not on the tribal roll. And if you're sitting in
Again,
here
I
with a
will refer
spouse
to your own
that is a
laws.
Monacan, you need to leave, because this is a beating of Monacan people. And if the people that say, with the Thompsons group, if you had respect for the Monacan people, you would leave too. And there's the door back there. And I'm not answering any questions, so.
Well, you're supposed to be conducting this meeting in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order and the bylaws,
I'm about this meeting,
So therefore,
the way we've done
if a
every
question
meeting.
comes
You're
up,
forcing this, you're forcing.
so
this.
let's take a vote.
The Robert Rules of Law say I can shut this down in a heartbeat.
You can with a 2/3 vote.
Please sit down. Please sit down.
Are you the only one allowed to speak?
Right now, with this, yes. Sit down.
But,
Ma'am, sit down or we're gonna close the meeting. We're gonna shut it down. Let's have respect for that fellow right there.
I just want to ask the
That
question.
elder.
It goes back to
Let's
the
quit
agenda.
arguing. If you
I'm not
want to-
arguing. You said you passed resolutions.
I'm gonna sit down and the meeting.
Are the resolutions going to be you said you passed
Argue with the
resolutions.
chief and let him do business.
So the
and we'll
chief
be
is
fine.
arguing, if
Are the
people ask
resolutions-
a
Some
question,
of you have traveled a little ways, I know, I see Jimmy, he's from
we've all traveled a little ways.
And, you know, I'm gonna let Adrian, you know, what's been going on in the tribe.
Get him out of here.
He's not a Monacan.
He's our administrator.
No, it's non-money.
He's not a Monacan.
Non-money. You just stated.
Y'all will present the resolutions
Non-money.
and the election code.
Get him
How
out
are
of
you
here.
going to take
Not a
nominations?
Monacan.
How are you going to take nominations without the election
So let me
procedure?
say something. So we cannot have an orderly meeting if people ask questions and the chief is argumentative with them instead of letting them speak.
Look! It's about enough. Everybody, speak at one time, please God, because that's the only way that we're gonna hear anybody is speaking at one time.
if everyone's
Yes, thank
allowed
you.
to speak,
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Some of us come here to listen to the tribal business.
We came from South Carolina, we can do that.
Please.
Wait till the end of the meeting, please.
You will be called on, or else.
At the end.
We have elders in here. And you look around this room. These are the people that everybody should be working for. Each and every elders in this room. How can y'all come? How can we argue all the time. Do you want what's right for this
I
tribe?
do, and I
hope
want it
everybody
to
here
be
does.
open to everyone.
And
to
I
have an
hope,
opinion.
and there you go.
I would hope everybody does.
Ain't nobody in here is gonna agree with everybody.
But
You
stated-
need to calm down and you need to talk.
But he's not a monitor.
He works for y'all. He works for the tribe.
Edith,
But he's
I
not,
mean,
he
Lou,
is not his
Okay.
We got a court.
I'm gonna let them speak and then I'm gonna speak and.
Okay, everybody, good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
I would like to make a request. Could we just please move ahead with the agenda and all the business at hand? And any comments or questions, people can direct us to this, but we cannot get through this meeting if we don't move forward.
Can I make one statement to that though? I know you're frustrated, but every time we get to the point in the meeting where we can talk, the meeting somehow gets canceled. So can you assure us that you're not going to cut it short? Of course, I'm not short enough for you to listen to.
But can we assure that everybody will question with respect and not yell at people?
Nobody can hear. There's no microphones.
Well, 15 people are talking to you at one time. That don't help.
Yeah, and when we was here in January, we talked about the bylaws. We had an agreement that day that there was no provision in the bylaws to allow for disenrollment, to allow for suspension. So therefore, what Kenny's talking about is not actual. If everybody in here is supposed to be doing what's right for the nation, even the Kenny supporters,
So he's calling the
then
police.
you can't have anything where anybody's suspended. If we're doing what's right and right.
Now, you say that your cancer was right. Did y'all not suspend each and every one of us up
No,
here?
we did not.
You did the same thing that
No, we did not.
No, you weren't suspended.
Enough discussion, arguing back and forth. It's obvious,
We're not
no matter
arguing.
how we plead, there are gonna be people in here through this whole meeting doing what we've been doing the last 10 minutes.
Ask you
But we're
questions.
not
I'm not
arguing, and he
answering
had
any
a
questions.
question.
Please be quiet.
Okay.
You know,
Silence
I
says
was told when
again.
I was growing up, if someone was speaking, to keep your mouth shut.
But you don't
I
honor
think all of
that.
y'all was taught that too, but you're not really doing it. My concern is the elders in here. If this keeps up, it's gonna get heated. There may be some pushing and shoving. I'm not gonna put up with
There
that.
should never be.
And,
Never be any
oh
pushing and
no,
shoving.
you just bust through the door. That's all you do.
Who busted through the
Listen,
door?
let him
Okay,
tell, let him
listen.
tell his stories.
Okay,
Let him
I
tell his
have the
stories.
authority. I call this meeting. I'm the head of it. I run the meeting. This meeting. No, at 11:12,
You have to take a vote in the room.
we can't have it because.
You have to take a vote in the room of 2/3 to adjourn.
The meeting is officially over at 11:12. Thank you. You got 15 minutes to get out of the room. Thank you.
So let's address this gentleman.